Alright, team, I'm not gonna lie. I started reading these patch notes, and holy fucking shit, I think we're back. I think we are so back. Like, we started off these patch notes on the best possible foot for me. Sorcerer's Lightning Mastery no longer bounces back to the caster. From this point on, I knew this patch was gonna cook. It's sizzling here. I smell the steak. Oh my god. Aside from that, there's a couple other bug fixes. I'm not gonna stay on them too long. I'm just gonna move forward. Lots of big changes here. Anti-cheat system, Twitch drops, new cosmetic items, seasonal pack, blah, 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 blah. Solo, duo, and trio adventure ranks have been unified. So if I'm understanding that correctly, you can play solo, duo, trio, and you're still advancing your adventure rank. Doesn't matter if you're playing with your friends or not. That is a fantastic quality of life. Druid gets their penguin form. We have a wood cutting feature, which I guess, you know, instead of fishing, we can now chop down trees and ruins, which I think is going to be super interesting. I'm curious to see what they have going on with that. Squire to Riches mode has been added, which people have probably been asking for a long time if they implement it the correct way, which I think is going to be super fun. But in a way, isn't that just Ruins to Inferno, starting with nothing? But I guess everyone starts with nothing in that case. So that's going to be sick. New map. It's normal only right now, so I don't know how the artifacts are going to drop. But yeah, they're also adding guard to all weapons that don't have a secondary attack, and they're adding riposte to things like the rapier. A new merchant, the navigator's been added. No clue what that's going to do. They're adding new armor and weapons. Weapons we already know of are like the cutlass and the basic handgun, which after a delay, you know, breaks your opponent's kneecaps. I don't know. So let's go look at some of the changes here. Headshot damage multiplier reduced. It's not all the way back down to 150%, but 175% is a start. All we got to do is keep crying if it's too much. Gem socketing cost reduced. That's fine. Health of living statues being reduced is huge. Those were one of the worst mobs in the game. I still stand by the fact that zombies are the worst mob in the game because those poison clouds do so much damage, last so long, and they're just so freaking annoying. All right, let's get to the class changes though. This is the meat and potatoes. Combo attack. Now you get damage up to 20%, and it's per stack of consecutive melee attacks. Adrenaline spike is the passive, where if you were below 40% health, you gain action speed, but now you also get movement speed and regular action speed, and you don't get the penalty from the adrenaline rush skill while you're in that range. And the cooldown's been reduced to 28 seconds. I think that is a fantastic change. This is now a very good perk for Adrenaline Rush users, which, you know, ties into this next one where Slayer gets 10 additional move speed. That's crazy! No longer do they have to run the goofy-ass, you know, movement speed reduction from the other perk. Actually, they could run both. And just run the fuck around like a fucking freight train, just two-tapping people with their extra 5 damage on the head. Projectile resistance, more resistance and defense stance. Weapon mastery no longer applies any penalty. I don't like that. We've been here before. It sucked ass. I have a feeling we're going to run into some really degenerate fighter stuff again that we'll be complaining about in a month. Defense mastery, more bonus, nice. Barricade, more armor and magic resist, nice. Victory strike has turned into a fucking nuke. Physical damage bonus has increased from 20% to 40%. The health restoration effect has been removed, and if it kills a player, it will trigger again with no cooldown. Meaning, if you're running in with your halberd on a team versus team fight, you hit with your 40% sweet spot on someone, they're dead. And guess what? The next person is dead too with your stab. What's that? We went 3 for 3? Oh yeah, they're dead because you just went bang, bang, boom with your 40% physical power resetting victory strike on the opposing team. I'm hype as fuck to try that, except I don't really have a trio. So I'm hype as fuck to fight 1v3 in solos and go bing, bang, boom. Perfect block. Duration increased. I think it needed more than that to be useful. Spell reflection, magic damage reduction until it's reflected is very nice. Shield slam, Damage reduction, very nice. Taunt increasing monster aggro to 300% when used is not exactly, you know, the buff we were looking for, since that is super duper something you don't actually want 99% of the time. Barbarian Savage gains 1 impact instead of impact resistance. I believe that's the one where you have no shirt on. I should bring up some of these classes here. I'm just going to assume it's the one where you have no shirt on. Crush. Now you can break stuff in 1 hit, which is nice with a 2-handed weapon. Carnage is, I believe, the one where killing would give you... Damn it, I should have had these all up. Wiki go. Yeah, Carnage is the one where when a target is killed, you would get 75 armor rating, but now striking 2 or more players with a melee weapon within 1.5 seconds grants 40% physical damage bonus for 3 seconds. That means if you run into the fray with a fucking war maul and just go dunk, 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 they're just fucking dead. It's over. There's nothing left of them. Their kneecaps are cracked. Their arms are in 3 pieces. It's over. It's done. They're cooked. Executioner, more headshot damage with axes because, you know, we can't have the Barbarian not one-shotting you in the head with an axe. Otherwise, this would be what? Some shitty game like, I can't even remember the name. God, that game was so ass. Insert Dark and Darker knockoff here. Dungeon Diver, Dungeon Darkest Dive. The one that died hella fast. I don't know, anyways. Treacherous Lungs, 10% 10% cooldown reduction. I think that's nice if it only applies to shouts and not stuff like Achilles, which would be absolutely horrible. Blood Exchange grants 10% max or reduces maximum health by 10% and restores 10% of damage dealt during the skill duration. Okay. War Sacrifice, you get more all attributes, but it doesn't last as long. That's okay. War Cry, you get more health longer. Okay. Dagger Expert on Rogue. Physical damage bonus increase is fine. That's not like the huge problem with this, but now it gets 1 fixed physical damage, and that is nice. Because daggers really benefit from flat damage. So arguably that one physical damage is gonna be better than that 5% physical damage. Okay, maybe that's probably not true, but it's still hella fucking nice. Thrust, more armor pen, nice. Creep gains 10 movement speed while crouching and walking. I hate that because I hate creep, but it'll be nice for rogues who like to do sneaky snake stuff. Back attack angle being increased from 90 degrees to 120 degrees is sick. If your opponent tries to like turn around on you at all, you are just, you know, giving them these back shots over and over that leave them wrecked and stretched. Anyways, Caltrops automatically recovers every 28 seconds, can be stored up to 3 times. Finally, an ass skill actually gets to be used more than 3 times in a match. Smoke Pot recovers every 60 seconds and reduces the movement speed penalty. I like that. Not being able to have these spells that have charges and don't recover is stupid, because then in a multi-layer dungeon, you either just go to the other layers instantly, because if you fight on the previous, I don't know. The point is, having skills that you just end up without for the rest of your dungeon run is stupid, and having these recover is nice. Trap Mastery and Camping Mastery instantly install their items now. Camping Mastery makes the campfire double the duration, and Trap Mastery retrieves them when disarmed, which is really fucking nice, because now Trap Mastery, you can up and move around your traps. Like, hey, they're not pushing, we want to back off. Let me yoink my blue traps that for some reason cost me 250 gold a piece, and let's move on and set up over here. And then double Camping Mastery duration is not nearly as nice as installing them instantly, but it's still a big deal. Purge Shot from a skill to a passive is disgusting. Removing 1 random magical buff from the target with each ranged weapon hit and dealing 3 fixed magical damage. You just will absolutely just, dude. Oh my god, you are going to be destroying bards just nonstop. You have your survival bow and the quad shot, you go. That is 12 fixed magical damage to the bard, 4 buffs ripped out of their asshole, and they're just left destroyed. Field Ration, healing increased from 25 to 40, count reduced, and can be replenished to the campfire. I love this. I might actually try using this skill for fun now, you know. A no ranged weapon ranger build. That will be garbage. But you know what? You'll click on it, because seeing no ranged weapon no range weapon ranger, you're gonna be like, how the hell did he do that? And you wanna know how the hell I did that? I tried 40 fucking runs where it didn't work, and then the 41st, it worked well enough, and you get to watch that video. That's how that's gonna go down. So if you see me doing that in the dungeon, please be gentle. Forceful shot did not need a longer duration, but we got it, and that's beautiful. Penetrating shot attacks with bows and crossbows now pierce targets, and that's gonna be funny as fuck. That is gonna be the funniest, dude. I can't wait to see the clips where you longbow three persons on a team as they're running through a door, and they're just decimated. It's over. Oh my god, that's so good. Ranger, absolutely forgotten. Melt applies 10% projectile damage reduction penalty. Yes, because that's really important. You zap them and then shoot them with your crossbow, I guess. Sage, knowledge bonus increased from 10 to 15%. That's fine. Cleric, Brewmaster, increasing the duration of drunken effects is funny as hell. Holy water, additionally harmful magical effects are removed and blessing effects are applied. That's really nice. Does it apply to ales though? Let me check quickly on the wiki. I doubt it'll have it because everything is changing all the time and it's very strange. Brewmaster, no, not Brewmaster. Holy water. Drinking any of the drinks will eliminate. Okay, yo, Brewmaster Cleric is so back. It is so back, man. That's gonna go crazy. Wait, that's so, wait, because you can get blessing effects without having spells. Not, dude, oh my god. I got so much shit to do this wipe. Holy cow. Kindness, healing amount increased. That's annoying, but that's fine. Requiem, increased ally resurrection time. That's crazy. That's gonna run into issues. Bard actually got some love for once and maybe, just maybe, has different ways to play it than double spells now. Lore Mastery, you get more interaction speed and extra mem cap. That's a nice perk. Rapier Mastery, increased weapon damage. That's a nice perk. Melodic Protection, physical damage changed from 30 to 25%. Jesus Christ. And magic damage reduction set to 25%. That's nice too. Storyteller, willpower increased from 3 to 5. Wanderer's luck increased. Damn, from 50 to 100. That's actually kind of sick. I missed that the first time around. Dude, give me 2 seconds. I'm getting lightheaded. Party Maker grants all nearby allies a 15-second immunity to intoxication. Drinking while immune restores 5 health. That is so freaking interesting. I can see now a Cleric Bard Party Maker set that just goes sicko mode. Holy cow. Does it scaling? Because I saw something earlier that said fixed 1 damage or fixed 3 damage. So does it not say fixed 5 health? Does that mean that 5 health is going to scale for your teammates? And you can have a full team fucking brew healing. Oh my god. That is going to be sick if that works. Tranquility, more health while resting, and it doesn't last as long. Song of Shadow, you can be invisible longer. That's going to be annoying if it works out. Din of Darkness, magic damage bonus ratio increased. This is going to be absolutely horrid. I'm terrified to have a 0.5 magic damage scaling AoE magic spell. Piercing Shrell, physical damage increased. So now we can possibly do damage bard builds again. God damn, there's still so much left. I'm so lightheaded though. BRB. I say to the video, I'm not streaming. Whew. Next up, we've got Warlock. Dark Enhancement spell power bonus from 10% to 20%. That's fine. I don't even remember what that skill is. The Warlocks, all their stuff sounds the same. I'm gonna be real. What's it called? Dark Enhancement. Oh shit, wait. Never mind, I take it back. That's gonna be horrible. Jeez, Dark Bolt's gonna chunk. Soul Collector, now it's just when you deal dark damage instead of dark magic spell. That way people aren't going crazy mode with fucking Kuma's weapons. Immortal Lament, getting a magical healing bonus when you're under 5% health. I don't think it's gonna be worth anything because odds are you're skipping that last 5%. You're not gonna be below 5% unless you're at 0% most of the time. Jesus Christ. Infernal Pledge being buffed, that's fine. Malice, willpower increased, that's nice. Dark Reflection, magic damage increased. I don't like that. That's gonna get scarier and scarier. Dark Offering, duration increased from 15 seconds to 45 seconds. This one is game changing. That is a skill you can actually use now. Its bonuses are nuts. Like, they're actually actually going through with their promise of making like some of the shittier skills and passives usable. And this is proof of that. This is going to be a whole new disgusting build for Warlock. I guarantee it. Don't clip this, because if I don't see videos of it in a month, I'm going to feel a fool. Blood Pact now applies only to unarmed attack instead of physical attacks, and its duration has been increased from 4 to 15 seconds. I think they mean Exploitation Strike in Blood Pact. And bonus magic damage increased from 4 to 15, and health restoration increased from 5 to 10%. This is insane. Demon Lock is so fucking back, boys. In fact, look down here. Now that it only applies to, my brain is fucking calculating. Now that it only applies to hands, Warlocks get their Crit Dagger back. Phantomize cancel motion has been added. I think that's just like the little doot they do with their hands when you cast a skill. Ray of Darkness beam increase in size, making it easier to hit targets. That's gonna be gross with fucking the new dark enhancement. I have a dude. Ray of Darkness, Dark Offering, Dark Enhancement, fucking Dark Shard. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. I can't even. I'm so hyped, dude. This is the exact kind of patch we needed, because it gives you new builds to cook up in your brain. It gives you new things to think about. And that's what makes you hype. You're like, I can try this now or that now, or it gives you just more, gives your brain more to chew on about the game. And that's what we need. Like, a new map is interesting until you've seen it all, and then it's gone. But with like new builds, they provide hours and hours and hours of gameplay past that. Like, now when you can mix it up more on one character, you just, if you're bored, you try the next build, and it's so different, and we need that shit. I think Ray of Darkness might be a cracked ass spell now, in combination with, you know, Dark Enhancement buff and Dark Offering buff. Shit, this might be one of the first things I try, because that just sounds like a bunch of free buffs while we're all trying SSF these first 2 weeks. Druid Shapeshift Mastery can no longer use spirit spells, which I believe are Dreamfire. Is Dreamfire all of them? It says he's got Earth and Spirit spells, but Dreamfire is the only one that mentions Spirit, so I don't know. Hopefully it means they can't heal as much and run away. Natural Healing, bonus to magic healing attributes. Okay, Herbal Sensing is actually kind of a neat change. Detects a wider area, which is fine, but it increases the chance of harvesting higher grade herbs, and that's super sexy, low-key. Yo, if this could allow you to harvest purple, then the game has changed. It's a new world. Game has changed. Barkskin Armor, defense rating increased from 25 to 50, and you can now cast it on other targets. Dude, support Druid, absolutely cooking right now between that and natural healing. Holy shit. Dude, caster healing support Druid is so back. Insect Predation fixed an issue where health recovery did not scale properly with dexterity. Never mind, scrap everything else. This is busted, nerf Druid. Sorcerer, Time Distortion, still getting shafted. Magic damage bonus reduction increased back to 15%. Still sucks, but each spell cost action reduces the movement speed by 3% up to 5 times. The debuff lasts 8 seconds and is removed after the duration ends. I don't know if this means the debuff lasts 8 seconds from the first time you cast something or from the last time you cast something, but this has potential to make it at least okay with spellbooks again. Spell Stride, movement speed, bonus increase from 5% to 25%. That means, I don't remember the actual like spell casting reduction, but this means you might have like no spell casting penalty to movement speed, and that's disgusting to me. That might be insane. Lightning Mastery, granting 25% lightning magic damage bonus, and the activation interval of lightning magic damage is reduced from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. I think that could still be reduced to 1 second, but the 25% is going to make fucking Lightning Storm even more disgusting. Oh my god, I don't even know, man. That's gonna be so stupid in trios. Elemental Fury, giving it 0.1% movement speed for every 1% health lost, is pretty nice, which means at 10% life lost, you'll get an extra 3 move speed. At 50% life lost, that's another 15. Okay, it's not amazing. It's something. It's something. Wind Blast activates 0.6 seconds after spell casting. I can't wait to die repeatedly. Electric Dash, increasing the damage area upon arrival, is very nice for the, it's very nice for melee to teleport into the opponent team and now actually get to hit maybe a couple of them with that lightning damage, which is crazy. But the damage of it is reduced. That's fine. I'd rather be more likely to hit the person or more people than have more damage to maybe no one. Earth Elemental defense rating increase 250. That's sick. Frost Lightning mobilization nerf is a little bit. That's fine. It needs it. Lightning Vortex magical damage reduced from 30 to 20. Absolutely necessary with the lightning magic damage bonus. This 25% I think doesn't even get it back up to 30. So that combined with Wind Mastery means it'll be still weaker than before. I'm sad they didn't do anything to Lava Elemental or some of the other lesser used spells like Plasma Blast, which is really disappointing, honestly, but that's fine. There are a couple new things to play around with, mainly Spell Stride being disgusting. Now we're getting down to the last of it. Again, Warlocks can use Crit Stagger, Knight, nice. Rapier's buff, Lantern Shield buff, Falchion's nerfed, Crossbows buffed. Windless Crossbows, I don't know if this is a nerf or buff. Arrows and Bolts can now be stacked higher, that's fine. Now there are new options, I think, on items. Headshot damage bonus, undead damage bonus, undead damage reduction, damage bonus, and damage reduction. Those are cute, and they'll be good for like new players learning or like old players who want to do cheesy shit like farm bosses ASAP. Like, I can imagine an undead damage bonus Cleric absolutely massacring Warlord or Lich or anything. Other than that, we got our new content here. Ship Graveyard, new map. We got pirates, we got murlocs, we got water, we got swimming. Squires to Riches, a new party-focused PvP mode where everyone starts the adventure in low-end gear. Adventurers are placed into a random dungeon where they must scramble to find the best loot and outrun the foreboding Dark Swarm. Competition is fierce as you must secure one of the limited random portals to extract for their newfound riches. This is just a battle royale mode, but low-key, I don't care for SSF in this game, but low-key, I'm here for this. This sounds sick. Faustian Bargain, experimental. Death in the dungeons doesn't necessarily mean the end of an adventure. Show your fighting spirit in the dungeons and a mysterious figure may grant you a deal you can't refuse, with chance for ever sweet revenge. I have a feeling this is gonna break some shit. There's gonna be bugs at the wazoo for this, I just know it. But it sounds like when you die, there's a chance you get to respawn as like a skeleton or something and just kind of go sicko mode on the suspecting players. No longer are there the clickbait videos of I disguised myself as a skeleton guard and killed newbies. Now there's gonna be I became an actual skeleton and massacred newbies. Perks and skills, over 50 plus changes to numerous underutilized perks and skills to improve build diversity of classes. I think that's just the stuff above. Dozens of new items, weapons, and armors. Hand cannon, cutlass, and vibrant new equipment to stand out from the crowd and help improve build diversity. Okay, so maybe some of the perks and skills aren't mentioned above because they didn't mention all the items, weapons, and armors here. Probably new craftables if they say vibrant equipment like new ruby silver and stuff. Hall of Fame to track your performance against the best of the best high roller adventurers to see who comes out on top each week. Unified adventure rank, so all your different party sizes have one adventure rank size, and that's beautiful. And new seasonal DLC, which, I mean, I hate, but I will probably totally buy because I play this game too much. And we're going to have 2 SSF weeks at the beginning of this season. I think SSF gets old around 1 week, but hey, a lot of people love it, and if that's what the game needs to be healthy, I'm all for it. And, oh shit, we're doing adventure rank and religion right from the start of the season. That's sick as hell. Holy shit. Yo. And a nice little welcome delivery pack. That's sick. Wow, I rambled for too long. I think I was going to pass out for a second there because I would not shut the fuck up. Let me know what you think down below if you watched this video, and Jesus Christ, we are so back. I'm not going to lie, I faltered for a minute, boys, but I held the line. and we're getting our reward. Anyways, peace out, boys. I'll see you in the dungeons.